about the value proposition for joining this forum and being a recognized youth leader. So I thought it was a good time just to mention the fact, in terms of being a recognized youth leader, that Gladys, our own Gladys Kemboy, who's here today, has been nominated by the British Information and Library Association as the Knowledge Manager of the Year. And don't think it's a long list. I think there's only 2 other people on it. So maybe we can all give some applause to our young KM leader, Gladys. And we're looking forward to the ceremony on the 10th of November, when we'll be hearing whether Gladys has won. But even not being nominated is an amazing thing. And Gladys is a real superstar to the community, and wonderful that this is being recognized in such a way. As you will have seen, we're recording this meeting. I hope you have no problems with that. km4dev is an old community. We started 20 years ago, but we're rejuvenating through our knowledge cafes, and this is the 20th monthly one. And so really great you're all here. So a warm welcome, and I think we'll go over to the video, Rocio. Maybe if you have any comments at this stage, you can put them in the chat if you have any reaction to the videos, and also we'll be having a bit of discussion about it afterwards. So thanks a lot. Take it away, Rocio.
Thank you, Sarah. So I'm gonna share this screen, and basically what we thought is, instead of giving you an explanation of what we want or what we thought to be the Youth Leadership Forum, the video will tell you better. So let me.
Welcome to km4dev Youth Leadership Forum. So what is km4dev Youth Leadership Forum? It is an intention to make km4dev global community more youth inclusive and youth led. So if you are a young person working in the field of development and you are interested in knowledge management, this call is for you. Come join us.
So basically, the Youth Leadership Forum involves km4dev community members who themselves are young. It involves youth activists, members from youth-led organizations and networks, or organizations and networks that work with young people or have a strong interest and focus on engagement with young people. The Youth Leadership Forum will basically be a part of the km4dev community of interest, and will share in and receive feedback, lessons learned, share success stories with the wider community.
Hi everyone, welcome to km4dev Youth Leadership Forum. This is a great platform for the young people where we will come, learn and share knowledge and strengthen the km4dev agenda. We will also contribute to the advancement of the knowledge management and also showcase the innovative ways in knowledge management and how to mobilize and strengthen knowledge management with a focus on youth leadership. Develop shared tools, methodologies, and frameworks on how to work with the young people as a community of interest. And finally, you will also be engaged in various ways on how to generate knowledge, document, and promising programmatic practices from the km4dev community. So welcome and be part of this community and use your skills in knowledge management to benefit the society. Thank you.
My name is Tina Rainier. I'm based in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I'm a proud member of the km4dev family. What does success for young people in knowledge management look like? 1, success is what you define it to be. 2, Success in knowledge management is about active engagement and participation, inclusion of diverse youth voices and perspectives. 3, reflecting on weaknesses and strengths. And most importantly, success is defined by how we act on practical, desired goals that are shared.
Hi, my name's Sarah Cummings, and I'm hoping I can interest you in the KM Youth Leadership Forum. So what will it mean to you being a member of our forum? You will become a recognised youth leader in KM. You'll be part of a global community of more than 5,000 people across the world who are interested in knowledge and international development. You'll be able to participate in our roundtables and knowledge cafes like this one, learning with each other, but also from senior experts. And in this process in the forum, you'll be learning, there'll be mentoring activities, but most importantly, you'll be relationship building. You'll be meeting new people, making new contacts, and making new friends. I hope you'll be part of this forum. Thank you.
And what is our schedule of engagement? Well, basically 3 main formats, or quarterly meetings, online engagement through km4dev platforms, and engaging in the km4dev knowledge cafes. That's all.
Hello, this is Ginetta Gueli and I'm part of km4dev. Please follow us on our different social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We have also a forum on our dgroups.io platform, our wiki, our journal, and our website, www.km4dev.org. Be part of this vibrant community to set the new trail of the dev sector. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks very much for showing the video, Rocio. Rocio made the video, and I think you'll agree upon. Sravidya, you were just sharing the youth charter, I think. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Thanks, Sarah. So what you saw as all of us doing in the video was explaining the charter to you, so I will not do that again. But if you want kind of a ready reference, please click on the link and see, you will see that there. But also, very importantly, the project charter for Youth Leadership Forum is not a static document. Yes, it's a live one. So feel free to add your suggestions, your comments, what else can we do and what can we do better to what we have committed. So any questions or comments or suggestions here is also welcome.
Maybe I see that Mark has put a enthusiastic reaction in the chat. Maybe, would you like to maybe talk, Mark, so that everybody can hear what you had to say?
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Greetings all the way from Cameroon. So thank you very much for this great opportunity, and a big thank you first of all to Gladys, who linked up with me via LinkedIn and have been trying to, put me in various areas of the community of practice of KM. So for those who don't know me, I'm Mark Bapa. I'm kind of a practitioner in knowledge management and development communications for over 6 years. And I've been working with various entities at various levels, African Development Bank, CTA, expertise funds, and you name it. And right now I am kind of undergoing a challenge, which is called the Knowledge Management for Agricultural Development Challenge, which is under the framework of the KDEP XP4 initiative. And within the challenge, we are kind of gaining we are being capacitated in developing organizational concepts. And we are also working into organizing knowledge cafes, as well as writing up KM briefs and policies on issues or topics or challenges that are affecting the explosion of KM in Africa, and specifically within the agricultural sector. So from my end, we are also kind of preparing a knowledge cafe, which will be held in November 12th, which will talk about issues in regards to KM, professionalizing KM at institutional level in Africa, and what are the elements lacking in the setting up and establishing KM competence centers in Africa. So I'll be making a communication early next week, and I hope members within this forum are going to take part. And I'm very, very enthusiastic in this youth leadership initiative, and definitely will be following you up and bringing in my contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mark. Great that you can join us and that you're so enthusiastic as a KM champion. Maybe I can see Naomi there. Naomi, would you maybe like to react to the video? Do you think there is a need for a youth leaders forum, and are you going to be part of it? We would really love you to be part of it.
This is the right time. It's the Youth Leadership Forum has just come in, let me use the term, just in time. It's the right opportunity. It's for us leaders to push the KM agenda ahead. And so far, we have, I don't know the right term to use, is it the older generation? Majority of them with a lot of knowledge, not yet captured, it's not retained, it has not been shared to the larger community. So it's upon us, the leaders. We have the skills, we have the knowledge on how to do it. So this Youth Leadership Forum is just in time for that. Thank you.
I muted, beginner's mistake. Thank you very much, Maureen, for that intervention. Is there anybody else who'd like to make a comment at the moment? Now, how about asking Victoria Clark maybe to unmute to make a comment?
Thank you, Sarah, for putting me on the spot, as I think this presentation video was very insightful, very dynamic, and really incentivizes to join this forum. So I'm Victoria Clark, and Knowledge Management Research Fellow at ICADA. I actually discovered this forum based on the preliminary meeting we had a few months ago. And I was very happy about the dynamic and how it was built. So here I am again for the second edition. And I'm glad that this edition really helps to understand what's the scope of joining such a youth forum, and happy to listen to more further through the meeting. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, thank you very much, Victoria. Maybe I can also ask Ivan Butina to maybe make an intervention. I know he's a knowledge management leader at UNICEF, and maybe Ivan, you could make some comments on the film and the initiative.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
I'm walking into the office, so my background might be a little bit noisy. So I'm gonna be mostly in listening mode. But yeah, I'm here because I'm really intrigued by the idea of involving more younger colleagues in the KM and development in general. And I've been in touch with some of them here. I'm very happy to see how the multiplier effects, especially someone like Gladys has had. And yeah, I hope that this will bring more colleagues from across the world who are younger to the initiative. From a perspective, if I want to put my UNICEF hat on, is also there's think about what role can also besides going beyond the KM professionals, but how can we be better and do knowledge management with young people as well, right? Like so, how can we really reach out to the youth and for them to have the skills to be able to value the knowledge, capture, organize it, share it, and build on it. So that's an open question that I have, and I hope this can be a forum where it can be also addressed. Over.
Thank you very much, Ivan. Thank you. I think we can now go into breakout rooms. Rosia, would you like to introduce the activity we're going to do, which is very creative, I think?
Okay, so as we said in the video, we want this initiative to be youth-led. We want the youth to take the leadership and put the topics of the agenda. So we are hoping to find ways in which we can engage other youth and make this forum larger. But for the time being, we're gonna work together, the people that we are here today. So I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna put it in the chat a link to the Mural, which is where we're gonna be working in breakout rooms. Before I put the rooms, let me show you. I'm not sure how much you are familiar with Mural, but basically, by going to the Mural, you will be able to access this page. If you come here to the top, let me just show you how Mural works. If you come here to the top, you will see that there is one part called outline. Okay, you see, I close it. Here, I open. This is gonna help you to navigate in your part. So basically from here, you have an overall view to the entire Mural. Here, you have some tips on how to use better Mural. So basically, as I said here from the top, you can use the outline. You can go to the bottom, which there is a part that will zoom in and out to make this part bigger. But the outline will always help you to navigate, you see, if you want to see the agenda, the instructions, if you want to go to your group one. So you can go zoom in and you can always go view all and zoom out. So the how to use Mural, when you go there, you will see how you can see and how you can, some guides on how to use it. On the left side, there is a menu, okay? This menu will help you to add a text if you want, for example. You click here, then you write. You don't want it, you click and you delete. You can upload pictures, you can upload links, you can upload recordings, you can upload whatever you want. What are we gonna do? Okay, let me go to the instructions part. You can also read it later on if you want in your group. But basically, we're trying to make groups between 4 and 6 people, and we're gonna give you 30 minutes. Now, the idea is that, first of all, you take the time to introduce yourself, to explain a little bit why you are here, what are your interests, and trying to find if you want to participate in a common project, something that will look at how to involve younger people with KM, something that is interests you in your work, something that is something you're pursuing. Try to convince your team to do it. And then what you're gonna do, because the project will start after this session. So what you're gonna do is in your group, you're gonna discuss and you're gonna define how you're gonna present later on to the entire in plenary. What is your topic about? So basically you can just write an outline, you can take a picture, you can draw something, you can record yourselves and just paste it here. So you go, if you are in group 1, you go to group 1, you put the names of the participant, you write here. So basically, you remember, you come here to the text, click text, and this you can move it with this. So you write here, and then here by clicking twice, you say, well, our topic is X, and then you just say. If you have any question, you just call me, I'll go to your room and I'll help you. So going back to the instructions, again, discuss yourself, introduce yourself, explain who you are, what are you there in your group, what is your, why you are here in this youth leadership forum, what are your interests, and try to find a common topic, something you want to work all together about. And then what you're gonna do is for today is only present your topic. So between your group, identify one person that will be the one that we present after in plenary. 2, identify one person who will be managing the time so you don't rush out at the very end. 3, identify one person that wants to be the one putting the things on the mural. Okay? Any question? No? Let me just go here. Any question? No? So are you ready? Okay, go. Hello, welcome back. Let's give you more seconds because, okay. So anyone wants to talk a little bit about the experience before I share the screen? Was it interesting? Your discussions? Mark?
Yeah, so thank you. I mean, the experience in the use of Mural is quite interesting. Though for me, it was my first time in using the space. Definitely something very useful in the future when it comes to collaborative teamwork or team building, you know. Now in looking into our group, I think we had very great set of mindset professionals, you know, people enthusiastic, a lot of things were being discussed and shared. So I think we'll elaborate more when we'll be restituting, you know, group-wise. Thanks.
Okay. I don't know if anyone wants to say something before we go to the groups more in depth. Anyone wants to say something about how was the experience? It's always new to try new tools, no? Sorry?
Yeah, okay, it's Maureen here.
Yeah?
The experience wasn't bad. It's an interactive tool, but I think we should do it maybe 2-3 more times. I lost the text box and I had to leave Meenakshi to do the writing, but I loved it anyway. It's an interactive tool. We can collaborate very well with it.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maureen, for sharing it. Anyone wants to share something else?
Can I?
Yes?
In our group, we discussed about several aspects, like how knowledge management can be useful for project management, risk management, and to tackle big problems as environmental and climate change. And we selected as the topic that we want to work mentoring young women and girls in the community, with the idea that show the value of knowledge through education, for example, and how the mentorship can help those women and girls to understand the value of education, the value of knowledge. So it was the topic selected.
So Natalia, you were in group 2, no?
Yes.
And you were together with Shiromo, Evangelina, Enoch, Sara,
Yes.
Srividya, Mayuri, Samira. I know Samira, for example, joined late. I put her in the group. So, I mean, if any of you wants to move to another group, if suddenly what you're listening here you find it more finds more interesting of what you were discussing in another group, you still have the chance to move, and then we can actually create new ideas. I mean, the idea I would say of these projects is that we start looking at the value of what we're gonna do, no? So this is something for you. It has to interest you. So this group, as it is, they decided to look at all kind of challenges and see how we can mentoring women and girls in the community to achieve these challenges or to improve these issues. No, am I correct,
No,
Natalia? Okay.
we discussed many topics and we selected the one as mentoring young women as the one.
Okay, mentoring women and girls in the community to improve knowledge management. Is that what it is?
Yes, we will look at the knowledge management connection later, but yes.
Okay, very well, very well. Thank you, Srividya. Anyone wants to talk about this group, from this group? Anyone wants to say anything? Okay, let's pass to the next group. And then we can open plenary. The group 3. So with Gladys, Nines, Lilian, Mark, Victoria, Samoe, and Frederick. Who wants Mark?
Okay. Yeah, me again. So I'll be talking on behalf of my team members, Group 3, and of course, it's under the review and appreciation. So if I did miss out something from our discussion, please back me up at some point in time. So yeah, we had a group of I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Majority being the ladies, which is cool. We really started by kind of getting to know each other, getting to having an idea of who is doing what, what are their level of engagement, why are they into KM, and what are they looking up to, as far as KM is all about. So following that, we kind of started discussing, brainstorming on what could be our topic or title moving forward as a team. But before going that, we kind of started by, in an broad observation of how KM is all about, what is the level of popularization of KM for youth out there. And we came to the understanding that there are still some issues of KM awareness, KM inclusion for the youths, because it's still a concept that is unknown for most, and this could also be developed in some continents. There are youths who are engaged in KM already. They have got a sense of what KM is all about, what it encompasses, the openings it provides, and how it contributes to enhancing development effectiveness. But in other continents, it's still, growing, or it's not even known of what KM is all about. So we still have an issue on that. And we decided now that we are going to, our contribution actually for a start would be to, maximize audience reach by raising awareness in KM and, building meaningful KM partnerships. So reason why that is reason of our, so it's kind of the rationale behind the topic we decided to choose. And the how, looking at the how, we said is going to be, we are going to look into using very simplified concepts and processes to ensure that there is maximum outreach there, and proper advocating of KM. We'll also be bringing in some issues in regards to the workflow in KM. How does it look like from a practical standpoint, and what are the openings that we can get in KM? Looking into our target audience, we thought it wise that we are going to focus for a start in KM, in youth engaged in KM who are kind of already skilled. They are kind of specialized in a way, and we'll also, on the other hand, look we'll try to reach out to youths that are enthusiastic, interested to know more about KM, even though they don't have access to KM resources or KM skills. How can we build in them that interest that they have in getting to know more about KM? So those are first and foremost our two main target audience. And we are also thinking of looking into how to strengthen partnerships with institutions engaged in KM, because it's one thing to enhance awareness, to trigger awareness. Now it's also another thing to build that enhancement, to make it grow, to make it advance, so that there is no one left behind. And to do that, we need to see into fostering strong partnerships with institutions who are engaged. And we are also looking specifically into academia, at the level of academias. How can this initiative
Mark Williams,
academias, in the sense that people or information can not just look KM or knowledge management, or how can this KM in theory be put into practice. So those are one of the things that we are also looking into taking up in our title. And beforehand, I think one of the critical issues that we also thought of doing would be to do a knowledge assessment, get a proper understanding on the regional approach to get to know what are the nuances in KM that exist in entities, in organizations, what are the knowledge needs, so that we can, see into addressing them in a way. So globally, that is more or less what we talked about. So I will be fine, or I'll be comfy if my teammates could add some few points if I missed it out somewhere along the line. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Anyone wants to add anything from this group? Okay, so I'll pass to group 4. And who will be talking on behalf of this group?
Okay, I'm the one to present on behalf of Group 4. It was a wonderful session. We were the 5 of us. We had one Dismas Muita, but I think he had issues. He just joined and left mid with the discussion. Our topic that we discussed was on how to engage the youth in organizations on matters knowledge management. And in all this, we came up with several ideas the youth can be engaged in matters knowledge management. One of them was working with the youth on joint projects, not assuming that they cannot perform. So it was more of collaboration. The second point was on policies, strategies, and programs. In given organizations, be it a government, be it non-governmental organizations, be it individual companies, the policies, the strategies and programs that they put in place should be youth-friendly, and the youth should be involved in the process of coming up with the said policies, strategies and programs. Thirdly, equal opportunities when it comes to training and capacity building. Youth should also be involved in this and given opportunities. We find that especially the managerial courses, the high-level training, they're usually given to the elder community. So we felt like the youth should also be given opportunity to attend and participate in those courses, in those capacity building programs, so that at their younger age, with the energy that they have, they'll be able to participate in the organization's activity fully and bring out the aspects of knowledge management effectively and appropriately. Another way of engagement that we discussed was on leadership. We felt as a group that youth should be given leadership positions. They shouldn't be ignored. And on the same note, we discussed that even if the youth are given the position, let us learn as youths to have that humility, to have the patience that is needed, to have that respect, so that we can learn from the elders and be able to get the various aspects that we can incorporate in our knowledge management programs fully and effectively. We also discussed the issues of budgeting and finance matters. There are situations whereby this happens most of the time, especially in our motherland, Kenya. Okay, you'll be given the opportunity in the leadership positions, you'll be given the opportunities when it comes to preparing policies, strategies, and programs. But when it comes to matter finances and budgeting, you'll be left out. So we feel like even as you give us the leadership opportunities, as you give the youth opportunity to participate in the development of policies, strategies, programs, training, give them also a chance to participate when it comes to matters budgeting and financial issues, so that they can grow all around. So I don't think there's something that I've left out. I think I've captured everything in brief, and if there's something that I've left out, my team members will be able to put that across. But generally, even as km4dev, when coming up with strategies on how to engage the youth, let's incorporate all these things and also push for the various organizations to be able to participate in what we've discussed and implement whatever we've discussed. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. And I'm not sure, Suvidia, Gladys, Sarah, if you want to comment, and what are the next steps?
No, just reiterating that km4dev Youth Leadership Forum needs to be youth-led, right? So all you young people, please express your interest in joining the youth working group. So it will be one small group who will plan the next initiatives and everything, who will strategize how to grow, you know, this leadership forum. So please join. And yeah, so right now it's some of us elders who are doing all this, but we want more young people to lead from, you know, front and center. So come on, you will be in charge completely, including finance, Maureen, if it is needed.
So Gladys or Sarah, would you like to say what are the next steps for this project? How do we move forward?
I mean, I think Gladys probably will have the most, you know, the best things to say, but I just want to respond that I think, you know, for all of us who've been members of km4dev for a long time, with km4dev, ownership is participation. So if you join the leadership forum and if you join the core group, then you can become a leader in km4dev, because it is very much open, everybody is welcome. So there are really opportunities for young people, as many of the current members of the km4dev core group have already shown, and not just Gladys, but also a number of others, Janetta, Jacob, are also very young. And now over to Gladys, and how I'm interested to hear how this fits within her vision for the KM Youth Charter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, km4dev, for this opportunity, for believing in us, the young people. So the next step, we are going to look at what we have shared today as young people, and then we implement now. So perhaps what we will do, we will form, with the guidance of the youth, km4dev elders, we now formed a youth working group so that you can join. And also it's open to the members, so that in case there's some youth that needs to be mentored, we can reach out. As we have shared, now the next step is all of us, the young people who are here today, we are all champions of the km4dev. So let's see on how we can reach out to other young people in our specific countries where we are representing. And then other thing which Market shared is that in our group, we need to do the assessment so that we see on how we can help us pull together the young people. And also there was something which Victoria shared about innovations. What are the areas that we can apply KM in line with innovations, especially to support the sustainable development goals in our area of context, especially in the countries where we are representing. And km4dev has given us this platform to be nurtured. We have members here who are willing to support all of us to channel together. So we are not alone. km4dev believes in bringing all together nations. It believes in bringing together all the youth across the globe. So there's no youth who will be left behind, and we will be there to support all of us, despite the country where you are. So we have km4dev to be there with us. And this is also, it's a great opportunity also to influence countries to believe in young people. As Maureen shared about, we are coming from the same country, Kenya, where young people are not even being given such opportunities, even in those professional forums where we have related to information science. Young people are being left out, and km4dev has become a role model now to influence change in other countries. Thank you. Back to you, Rochelle.
Well, I would say that is there any comment, any suggestion, any question, anything you want to raise? If not,
Okay, mine is not a question, but rather a comment. I'd love to thank the team that really sat, organized, coordinated, and accepted to have the km4dev Youth Leadership Forum. I know it has been a journey. Gladys started singing it a long time ago. You know, it's her passion. It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. It is a change that you are bringing in. And for sure, I can guarantee you it's not a change that will come in vain. But it will bring in the great thing that align inside the youth, but probably majority not even members of km4dev. So mine is to thank the team that really made this possible. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. So I think now, if we follow the agenda, Sarah, Ginetta, I think it's your turn. Thank you.
So over to you, Ginetta, to talk
Thank
about
you.
how, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much to all of you for being with us and taking and supporting this new chapter of our story. So if you want to join, follow us. We have several channels. So the basic social medias are LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and of course, Facebook. But we would like to invite you to subscribe to our forum, which is the diegroups.io km4dev. Of course, we have a wiki and a website and a journal. So I hope that you will be part of us soon, and in the next days, or 1 or 2 weeks maximum, you will receive also an email to join directly our forum on the dgroups.io platform. So that's all from my side. And then we have a next Knowledge Cafe in November, and I hand over directly to Sarah, who will be the leader of it.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ginetta. I just wanted to add that km4dev is a very open and inclusive community, and that you are all really welcome to participate. And there are, there are no mistakes. You'll be very, very welcome to join. And you also be welcome to join the next Knowledge Cafe, which is on revealing hidden multiple knowledges. And what we'll be doing is, with some colleagues, we'll be looking at ways of looking at local knowledge. That's with Charles Dewa from Zimbabwe, who's always had very much emphasis on local knowledge, and he'll be telling us about how he's doing that. We'll be looking at how you can analyze texts to understand how, the hidden political frames within them, using discourse analysis, but also looking at maps, looking at topic maps, which are generated automatically, but can also show you patterns in text. And lastly, we'll be looking at forms of bibliographic analysis. So you can, for example, see how, for example, some authors from particular parts of the world are marginalized, and how you can start to address these sorts of issues. So that's the next Knowledge Cafe. I hope to see you there too, and thank you for being here. It's been really inspirational, and look forward to seeing you next time.
Great. So because this is for young people, and today, like, we are celebrating for this great opportunity, so we have a dancing video where it shows about who we have at km4dev. It's an inclusive community where it values young people, it values various innovations, and it unites all of us together across the globe. So kindly, Srifitya, share the video as we enjoy the dancing. And everyone, feel free, you have coffee to enjoy and dance. Thank you, Srifitya. I think now we are ready to dance. All the young people.
I'm not seeing the videos. Where are you?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so older people like this too, I'm going to turn off my video and I'm going to
I have my food here with me.
You can start the video and you can do the steps. I'm dancing. Naomi.
Naomi is our dancer.
Mark. I don't see you doing anything. Meenakshi. somebody who can do a full dance. Like stand up. Naomi, we can't see you. Evangeline. Oh, super. Now we can. Lovely. Eventually, we can't see you. We can see on your forehead. Brilliant. Victoria. You can choose two girls. I'm not the dancer. Great, Mark. Naomi, we are enjoying Evangeline and Naomi. All the young people. This is a celebration. We are beginning some new journey. So yes, happiness people. Yes, nodding head, great. Oh, Evangeline, so nice. Yes, Gladys. Our leader.
Well, thank you everybody for having come to the end of today. You can continue dancing, but I just want to let you know we see you next month, and we will contact you to follow up the projects you engage. Eh? Thank you for coming today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.